Welcome Tech Brothers Dame. In this video, we are going to learn what are parameters in Microsoft Fabric data pipeline and how to use the parameters. So parameters in Fabric data pipelines are inputs you define at the pipeline level, which allow you to customize pipeline behavior at runtime without changing the pipeline's structure. You can pass values into the pipeline when you are triggering it, making it more flexible and reusable for different scenarios. So here's a simple comparison between a parameter and a variable. So for the parameter input passed into the pipeline when it starts, think of it as filling in a blank. Variable is when a value used or updated within the pipeline during execution. So with the parameters, you can only provide the value when you are going to start your pipeline. You cannot update the value during the execution of the pipeline. With the variable, you can change the values, update them by using set activity at any time. Now, why use parameter to pass the file names, paths, table names in pipeline, maybe to trigger a conditional logic such as we want to do full load or versus incremental load, to reuse the same pipeline for different regions or dates or customers, to reduce hard coding and increase flexibility. So these all are good points to use the parameter. So in our scenario, what we have right here, we have a Tech Brothers Lakehouse. You see that I have different files here, and what I would like to do, I would like to load these files to the customer table, but I want to have flexibility where I can provide the name of the file. Maybe tomorrow I will not get the exact file name, but it will be a different file name, so I just want to have that flexibility to change the file name at a time of execution. So let me take you to the tech data warehouse. So that's where our table is. I'm going to truncate this table and then we will load this. Now go to the our workspace. Here in the workspace we have pipelines, and here I'm going to create a new item and we call this a data pipeline. Let's choose PL parameter. Okay, so our pipeline is ready, and now we can use the parameter. So here our pipeline is ready, and now what we are going to do, we are going to go to activities here, to go to copy data and add to the canvas. Here is our copy data, and now we are going to go to source and select our Tech Browser Lakehouse. In the Lakehouse, we know that we would like to load a file, so I'm going to browse to it. Now we select the input folder, that's where my files are, and I'm going to select one of the file called the customer data Asia. So let's hit OK now, and this is a delimited file. So I'm going to select text, delimited text file. Now I'm going to go to destination here, and I would like to load this data to the tech warehouse. Now I'm going to use the existing table here, and that's going to select the DBO customer. Now we go to mapping here and import the schema, and it's going to give us mapping for our source and then destination. Here is our schema ready, and now we can see the customer ID, name, country and region, and the same thing we have in the destination, so we are all good. Now if you see right here on the copy data, I'm in the source selecting this file. So we can simply load this file, and if I go ahead and go to run and execute, what's going to happen is going to read this customer data Asia file and load to our data table DBO customer. So let's say execute now, and then see if our file is loaded once our pipeline is completed. Okay, it's in progress right now. It should be coming soon to the success or failure. So anyways, it is successful, and we can go right here, click on copy data, and we can see it has loaded 5 records. Now we go back to our warehouse and execute this query, and we can see that there are 5 records right here from region Asia. Now, as of now, every time I need to run this pipeline, I will be loading the same file over and over, but my goal is to change the file name before I execute this pipeline. One way is I go to copy data and make small changes right here. And that's not going to be really nice way to do it. Instead, I can create a parameter here, and then we can change in the parameter. So I'm going to call this one file name, and then we are going to provide no value right here. If you want to provide some default value, you can. Let's say in this case, we would like to provide this value as a default. Now we are going to copy this and cancel, go back to our pipeline, and this is our a default value. So go to parameters, and here is the default value. Now we are going to go back to the copy activity here where we are using this file name. We are going to use that parameter. So now we will be using p file name, and we hit OK. Now the value whatever we provide in the parameter, that will be taken as a file name. Now let's execute this pipeline again, and what happened when we execute, it is going to ask us the parameter value. So see right here, it is asking us, hey, can you give me the p file name value? The default is already there, but I'm going to change with the other one. So let's say if I will go back and let me see, cancel. Now I want to copy the file name from here. So I want to provide a Europe file this time. So I'm going to copy this Europe and copy from here and go back to pipeline, and then I'm going to run it, and then here I will provide a Europe. You notice that I'm just changing the p file name, and I'm not making any change in the pipeline. Now this p file name is going to have European file, and is going to read the data from European file and load to the warehouse. So you notice that how easy it has become for me to just change my mind which file I want to load. At the runtime I can provide those values. Same way you can have table names or even have different database names that you would like to use. So here our pipeline is completed. So here we can see that we have loaded 5 records, and now we are going to go ahead and take a look into the table. Once we go to the warehouse and run this select query, we should see 10 records, and these are the 5 records just got loaded from our Europe. Same way, if I want to load another file such as North America, I can take this name and I can execute my pipeline. Just go to pipeline, execute the pipeline, and that it is going to ask me, hey, what is the name of your file? I'm going to provide North America in this case, and now it will be loading North America. So this gives us a lot of leverage to provide different information at the time of execution. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I hope you learned something new in this video. I will see you guys in next video.